Hello, welcome back to my channel, and thanks for being here. So today might get a little controversial, so I want to start with a trigger warning. If you are really set in your belief system, maybe either stay and get triggered or exit the video now. I mean, it's up to you. It's ultimately your decision. I'm just going to lead with a trigger warning. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about trusting in yourself, building intuition, and building your sense of self, as well as discernment. So I think one thing that a lot of people do is give their power away when they start feeling indecisive. So I'm unsure. I'm going to ask someone. And then when they give me advice, I'm going to take that advice. So first and foremost, when we come upon indecision, it's best to get into a meditative state and visualize outcomes. So if I do A, then this is the path that I'll go down. And if I do B, then this is how it's going to look. So really take the time to sit with yourself, come into your body, come into your mind in a peaceful way, and really, project out into the future. Then once you're in your body, you can feel, how does this feel? Like, how does this decision feel inside of my body? Good decisions will make you feel expansive and excited. And when you don't really want to do something, it's going to feel contracting or like a heavy burden. Like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do this. And really, why are you doing anything you don't want to be doing? Unless I get it, like, if it's something that you need to do that is hard and you just need to push through that, I don't want to do it, but there's some things that really don't resonate with you that you don't need to be doing. So just trust what's your body telling you? What is this decision, good or bad, It's important to build trust within yourself because, and I know you know this, not everyone has your best and highest good in mind. And giving away your power to someone can give them the power to interfere in your journey. And then all of a sudden, you're stuck in a situation that you didn't even want to be in. And deep down, you always knew you shouldn't have been in. Discernment is so important. So seeing things as they are and not with rose-colored glasses. Our desires often make us put things on pedestals that shouldn't be there. We do not need to be putting anything on a pedestal, as everything is equal to us. We have to find common ground with all things, not looking at them as above you or below you, just looking at them. So we're at different stages, like I always say, so you can be like, less evolved or more evolved is a better way to say it, but still equal but different. So if you're denying your own truths, intuitions, and gifts, and you're romanticizing things, you're easier to manipulate. And narcissists can and will lead you astray if you don't even know where you're going yourself. So when you establish trust in yourself and your intuition, you follow your own inner compass, and you can't be led astray because those things won't resonate with you anyway. And from being in a place you don't want to be, so when you're in a place like, crap, now I'm here, I didn't want to do it, I did it, now I'm here. Now I'm going to observe how I feel so that the next time I feel this way, I know immediately to get out of there, right? So we're taking notes of how we feel and when we feel. So next time you will become aware faster and not be stuck in a position you don't want to be in, because now you're listening to yourself and not that of others, society, and society loves to build boxes. Or like, it's built religion, it's built programs like AA. I'm not saying not to believe in God or not to be sober at all, but these things teach you in their guidelines that you can't trust yourself. And for me, that didn't resonate with me. I don't know about you, but when you go to these things because they've helped you in some way, you become attached to them. Like when I went to church, I knew so many things did not resonate with me. Why would I want to judge and condemn myself and fear God when God is the most unconditionally loving, non-judgmental source of this entire universe? And I could not wrap my head around it. Right? And in the groups, they tell you to suppress yourself and that you can't trust yourself. And I see how it can be a step in the right direction evolutionarily, but at the end of the day, you need to see and feel what is right for you and establish trust within yourself. So I can tell you all day about how the Bible has got interference and all the control tactics and how these people have Stockholm syndrome. And I can say it truly because I was one of them. And when I left the church, it was very hard and saddening because that was what I had established. That was my safe space, was church. And it was like I was going through a breakup with it, really. But it had to be done. And after my spiritual awakening and my near-death experience, I had to know. I just had to know. I had to know the truth. What was it about? I know I'm being lied to. What's the truth? So I set off on an adventure studying religion after religion, and I kept finding interference in all of them. So I started studying different things. Now this is where the belief thing's going to come in. This is where it's going to get a little triggering. If maybe you already believe these things, so it won't be. Who knows? So I started studying Dolores Cannon material, Abraham Hicks, other people, and there was a lot of talk about God, about aliens, which I always was a person who thought it was really dumb for people to say that aliens can't exist if God exists. Like, why wouldn't God have just been able to make aliens? That doesn't make any sense. And that I knew at a young age. So what I found was this: God is not a man, nor is God just in the sky. God has no gender. God is a big light, a big energy source who wanted to experience itself in the form of the universe. So the Big Bang was God separating itself into different forms. There's galaxies, there's planets, there's aliens, and your soul too. So you are a part of God. You are a little light and a little spark of the source that is God. And this source is unconditionally loving. We are all set forth on our journeys, and yes, God wanted to experience negative side too. So it helps with the expansion of those who wanted to rise to higher levels. The negative helps that happen more quickly. So it's a bigger chance of expansion living on this planet. The feeling that I was here to do something greater was always something that was inside of me. I couldn't ever shake it. So then I dove into the information about the 3 waves of volunteers. And so there was 3 different waves, I think one in the 60s, one in, I don't know, just generation after generation, there were these souls coming in, being incarnated, who volunteered, very highly advanced beings, to be here at this time to help Earth raise the vibrational frequency of the planet, because the planet is also ascending. So Earth is ascending, so the beings on her need to ascend with her. So we can become a galactic society. Earth changes are happening. So now it's time that we accept that there are other beings without fear. Fear is what controls, and that's what religion seeks to do, is to keep you in fear. Jesus, Buddha, Parvati, Krishna, Shiva, Shakti, these are all ascended masters, and they became aware of their nature, that they are in fact a part of God, and they came here with the mission to help others come into their own power. They were liberating souls and escaped the trap of being stuck in karma and reincarnating on the planet again. So when you're stuck in your pattern, stuck in your karma, you have to come back because you didn't complete your mission, you didn't complete it. Well, Earth actually is done with karma in 2019, but if you haven't served your karma, you'll have to incarnate in another planet that has karma on it. So that's why it's easier to do it during this life. Jesus did not heal miraculously. Well, sometimes he did, but it depended on how severe the issue was. So what he did was he did Reiki on them. He did Reiki on the lepers and other people, And he would go there more than just one time, although some were able to heal quicker. He studied the art of healing. And if you want to know what Jesus was really like and what he did, I suggest reading Jesus and the Essenes and They Walked with Jesus by Dolores Cannon. The amount of truth you can just feel in your heart. Like, it's just like, oh my God, yes. This is, yeah, duh, of course. So I suggest getting into that. Now, the universe has levels. So we're in the 3rd dimension, and then the 4th dimension is the astral plane. And the 5th is a mentality of unity, consciousness, oneness, which we are trying to attain on the planet at this time. That Earth is also ascending, so the whole planet is ascending to the 5th dimension. Other beings reside in higher dimensions, 6th, 7th, 8th, all the way up to who knows. But there's aliens, angels, ancestors, which actually the ancestors might be on the 4th astral plane, depending. But they're just different tiers of the spirit realm. So spirit guides, ascended masters, dragons, lions, all kinds of beings with higher levels of consciousness that assist us. So psychic ability is just being able to tap into other dimensions, different dimensions, and different beings. So we open up to our power and we're able to do that. And there are some trickster energies out there as well, especially if you're on the rise and you're about to level up to see how committed you are or whatever. The trickster energy will get sent in to see how you're gonna, what are you gonna do, you know? So that may arise if you're being tested, and that's why discernment is so important. And cleaning out our energy fields is very important, because sometimes when you're walking around, you can pick up, first of all, your aura picks up things. So you can pick up other people's, and they just kind of linger in your field. So I just really recommend clearing your energy daily. There's also something called like the hungry ghost. So there's the lower seat of the soul, there's the middle self with it, which is you, your soul, and there's the higher self, which is the aspect of you that's God. And when you die, the lower self is supposed to be gone back into the Earth's collective consciousness, unless you lived life very badly and the ancestors reject you, and then your lower self just kind of wanders around the planet, and then it can latch on to people who have like things like addictions. If the person died and they were an addict and they're looking for that, they'll try to latch on to you, and because you have an addiction, and they're trying to get that feeling through you. So that's why it's really important to clean out your energy field a lot. But eventually they will learn, and they'll also get back home to the light. So living in purity and integrity is where you can rise your vibration up so much that you cannot be affected by negative things. Once you get your vibration to a certain point, all the negativity just bounces off of your field, so you don't really have to worry so much about it. But I would still recommend cleansing a lot, or at least just make it a daily practice. Like, if you don't really want to sit and go into meditation for 5 minutes, close your eyes and imagine a light like showering over you and just cleansing everything back down into the earth, because your root chakra is down, connected to Mother Gaia, into her core. So now it's all washing down and going into her, and she's transmuting it. And that's a really good practice to do every single day. All right, so once you get to a certain level, they can't get into your field. So it's very important for you to raise your vibration. And once you get to a certain level of light, it'll just bounce back off of you. But you have to be very aware of what you're doing, what medicines you're taking, what beliefs you're buying into, what choices you're making. The Bible has created hell, and hell's not real. We create our realities. So if we're condemning ourselves, then we can manifest a very scary punishment for ourselves after death if you believe in hell, which is actually not real. It's just a manifestation because that's what you believe. That's how powerful we are, because we create our own realities by the thoughts we think, by the actions we take, and how we show up. We are creator beings. We are limitless, and we are multi-dimensional. There's another version of you in every single dimension, another aspect of your soul, because your soul's so big that one life just doesn't quite do it. So in the quantum, the past, present, and future are all occurring simultaneously, and that's why we can tap into our other lives. And the other people in control, they want to keep you afraid, so they made up hell so that you never question things and you live in fear of anything unknown, including aliens and the spirit realm. So you're condemning yourself for not being a version of you that the Bible says that you need to be, or what you should be doing and how you should be doing it, but it's not right. Only you can know how you should be doing things and what you should be doing. We become free by taking our power back and living our purpose and creating connections with these different realms, because we are a part of something bigger, a bigger whole, and everything that you do does cause a ripple. And if you're spiritually aware, it's more than likely that you have a higher purpose in this life to help others become more aware. The more you operate from a place of love, respect, gratitude, humility, and unity, the more the more that reality is going to mirror back to that. So the more we're going to create that in our lives, because that's what we're focused on. So the Bible also makes us condemn our dark side, the shadow side that we all have. And we need to accept the shadow side to show it love, to integrate it, to find a harmonious balance between masculine and feminine polarities, and to be truly whole like yin and yang. And you won't find it by suppressing half of who you are. This is why we heal. This is why we do the deep dive, so we can become completely whole without shame. Then, when you're living your purpose, you're given gifts. You don't age quite the same as others. You don't get sick quite like other people do, because now the universe has your back. So being very conscious of everything we're doing and which agenda it's serving, control or freedom. Are you helping to create the new world, or are you helping the old one to stay put? Like, what are you buying into? And let's start by establishing trust within ourselves and building our sense of self up. So, what do I like? What do I dislike? What are my boundaries? How self-sufficient am I? And we got to be real about where we're codependent. Then, after finding that out, we enter into an individuation process. How can I be more self-reliant? How can I be more individuated? Right? Because when you fill up your own cup, then you can help others fill up their cup. But you need to take care of you first. So, what do I value? Can you name 5 things that you love about yourself? Can you name 5 things you love to do? Can you name 5 rules to being your friend? Do you overanalyze others? And if you do, reframe that and analyze yourself so you can get to a deeper level of truly knowing yourself. And are you respecting and loving yourself so unconditionally, so radically? I love myself more than I care about what other people think, so I do what's right for me. I love myself more than I love my bad habits, so then I focus on my health. This is a great practice for wanting to change and let go of things. I love myself more than blank, so I blank, and finish the sentence with an action that shows self-love. We're always trying to level up and become better, and with that, old versions of you begin to fall away. Sometimes change is going to be hard and you're going to backslide a little, and that's okay too, because what? Failure is the first step to success. Never give up on what you want, whether it be leaving behind things that aren't good for you or stepping towards the things that you truly want, because nobody's going to do it for you, right? Things that are say, fuck yes, things that light you up so that you're like, fuck yes, let's do it, right? You can step into a bolder, more passionate version of you and say, you know what, let's see how far I can take this. Let's see what I can do. Let's check out what I'm capable of. People are always using the words like, I can't. Well, I've eliminated that from my vocabulary because of course I can. And if I don't know how, then I'm going to learn. Because I am fully capable of all things, and there's absolutely no reason or excuses for me to not be doing anything. We are limitless. If you believe it, you can achieve it, and it's as simple as that. The more you do things, the more you get to celebrate your wins on a consistent basis, you'll start feeling more and more confident in yourself, and that self-love will start flowing out to those around you, and you'll be able to be more gentle and understanding with each being, as they're all different parts. They're all on different parts of their journey, and maybe just giving them a little compliment, or for me, I like to just make them feel heard and because we all matter and our voices all matter. I can extend a little piece of my love to people I come in contact with. You never know how badly that they need that. We are all one. We're brothers and sisters of light. And some of us just don't remember, and that's okay, because deep down the light's there. And maybe they can't see it, or maybe they just need a little reminder. You don't have to go way over the top, but when I see something good in someone, I like to point it out, because the world is harsh and critical of others, and a lot of people are critical of themselves. But we are all extraordinary beings who can do extraordinary things. We just have to open up to that and live with integrity and willingness and respect. When you move like this, you will be more peaceful and happy. It's just what comes along with it. And when you're someone who's lived in darkness and chaos for a long time, the peace kind of feels boring and uncomfortable. And I would always just tell myself, okay, you've worked so hard for this peace. And now I'm here saying I'm bored. Like, it seems kind of bratty to me. So I'm just not okay with not embracing my inner peace anymore. And then once I think that, it changes so fast and the resistance leaves almost automatically. Only you know what's right for you. So take some time to get to know yourself, to trust yourself. Start making the best decisions for you. And each time you do, you'll feel that sense of trust getting stronger and stronger. And then your trust in the universe. It wants to elevate you. It wants to bless you. But you have to meet it halfway and show it that you're truly in it to win it for the right reasons. For me, I don't want to see people's patterning get the best of them. I know the freedom that I feel after being in a spot for so long of feeling worthless. So I just want to add value, and even if that's just planting little seeds of info or telling someone that they matter and making them feel seen or heard, it can mean so much to someone. So many people want to live more peacefully. They just don't know how, and they deserve to rise up through their patterning and through their trauma and come into oneness and wholeness. I truly believe in humanity. I believe and I know what we are capable of because I've seen it firsthand and through so many wonderful people. I don't underestimate the power of the divine forces working around the clock with each and every individual to bring them to new heights. Establish trust in the divine, in yourself and your intuition, and live the story that you came here to live. Nobody's coming to save you. It's time to make your own dreams come true because you are so damn capable, and giving your power away by sitting on it and thinking someday things will be different, and it's not the way to get there. We have to get up and start taking action towards the things that we desire. This is how this reality works. I really hoped this helped. If you're interested in a tarot reading, DM me on my Instagram account, Cosmic Fractal of Light, and I'll see you in the next one.